Welcome everyone to today's financial wellness webinar. Today we'll be providing a brief overview of the financial wellness portal called Enrich, which is offered to all Provident Credit Union members. This is a free resource to access Enrich's online portal, which allows Provident members to create custom financial education content specific to your life needs. Before we get into today's program, I'm going to go over a few housekeeping items. All participants have been muted. Therefore, if you have any specific questions during the course of this presentation, please use the Q&A function and we will answer all your questions at the end of this presentation. Next slide, please. We will go ahead and poll everyone. So what financial goal are you most interested in? A, lowering consumer debt. B, saving. C, paying off student loans. D, home ownership. E, retirement. And last, money mindfulness. So if everyone could just launch the poll. Okay, we end the poll. So it looks like 50% said home ownership and 50% said retirement. So great news. Let me share results. Stop sharing. Oops. So great news. Enrich has financial resources to help with all these areas, whether it's retirement, managing debt, or learning to budget better, and also home ownership. And with that, I'd like to hand it off to Tim Delaney with Enrich. Welcome, Tim.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carol. Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. My name is Tim Delaney. As Carol mentioned, I'm with Enrich. We are a financial education company that has been around since 2009 and a leading provider in that space to help all sorts of different people reach different financial goals. And financial wellness is an interesting topic just because everybody has their own different definition of what exactly that can mean. Obviously, there's very prominent issues today going on in this world, such as rising costs of inflation, home ownership, the uncertainty of retirement, where everybody has their own different types of goals. And where Enrich really tries to help out, and why we partnered with Provident Credit Union, is to help meet people where they're at and help you understand what are those different types of goals, but also learn a little bit more about your relationship with money. Why do you feel the way that you certainly do? And we do have some certain resources to help you really cope with financial stress and understand a little bit more about your behaviors and help you really shape yourself to reach these different types of goals. So today I'm going to be walking you through how you can find the resources on the Provident website, how you can engage with our platform, and how it does really personalize for you. So there can be things that are, self-paced courses, understanding interactive tools, and they can be on various topics, such as if you're a first-time home buyer, what are the step ones of buying a home? Or if you are a current home owner, what are some steps in realization of current property values? What are some of the things that you're considering with rising costs or interest rates? If you have children and looking to send them to school, or if you are getting ready to retire, we want to be able to make sure that we have all the resources that you need here online that you can, of course, share with family members to really help reach your financial goals and answer your questions. So, as Carol mentioned, I'm going to be walking through this today where you can find the resources. I'll walk through what it's like to sign up onto the platform, some questions that we provide. It's very important to note, too, that here at Enrich, we are completely 100% unbiased. We don't have any sort of sales pitch. There's no sort of selling of your data. There is no, kind of recommendations on different types of products. It's truly pure education that can be for all types of ages and also all types of different topics. And there's great ways for us to help start out. So if you're on Provident Credit Union's website, providentcu.org, and you're going through the navigation bar and you find resources, you'll be able to find this financial wellness resource tab. Under here, you will find a link to the Enrich platform. The first question we actually prompt to really help users, and yourself get more engaged with financial wellness is understand a little bit more about your money personality. So with this, if you guys have ever completed a Myers-Briggs assessment, or even assessments that are like on BuzzFeed nowadays to help learn a little bit more about your personality types and how do you feel emotionally, and what are some things that impact you today and also in your future. So we wanted to help people learn more about their money personality. Now with this, we kind of walk through a similar scenario and ask questions on if you agree with certain statements or not, how you feel in certain scenarios. And we want to go through your emotions, your outlook, your focus, and what is your overall viewpoint on money. We want to help really empower you, depending if you're relaxed, apprehensive, nervous, and really give you different types of recommendation types of education. Now, you can also jump into other topics such as home buying, retirement, college savings, paying down student debt, but there's really great resources that we can help recommend as a great starting point. So from the Provident website, you can follow this link and be prompted right into the money personality assessment to sign up as a new user. And I will be going through the different types of topics, the courses and tools, different types of monthly challenges that we have. There is some incentive within here every month where you're actually entered into a raffle that's sponsored by Enrich to really help keep engaged with your own personal goals. So I'm going to start by walk through the sign up process. So to sign up for Enrich in this platform provided by Provident Credit Union, you do sign up by creating a profile with your first name, last name, your email address. You create a password. You can also select your affiliation, whether you are a listed organization within here, or if not, if you do not see your organization, you can either select other or notify us for support as well, and we can possibly list it if it is missing. So I'm going to get logged in as a new user first. I actually created 2 accounts, one as a brand new user, and then a second one as an established user to show you a little bit more about how we deliver recommendations tailored to an individual's need. So once I'm logged in, I did log in from the personality assessment, so it's going to take me right into that. But I'm going to actually take a step back to my profile page and kind of walk you through where it's going to be walking you through these different types of personalities, and I'll show you some results as there as well. So when you're a first-time user, some of the prompts it actually provides are to get recommendations. Now, when you're first logged in, there's an abundance of different tools that you can jump into, such as different types of monthly challenges, and a bunch of different types of courses. And you can also track progress as the number of contents that you viewed, how many courses have you completed, the number of tools that you're using, and it also tracks things like logins. For navigating the topics bar, there's a lot of different ways to discover content by articles, start here guides, videos, get your tailored recommendations, infographics, and also explore different types of topics, such as you're buying a home, going into retirement planning. There are different types of tools that help engaging, different types of learning styles. One thing that this platform does not do is we're not going to ask you for highly sensitive information, such as, can we aggregate your retirement account into here? That's something this platform does not do. We do not want to be invasive and collect any sort of data there. We want to be, very step in educational to help you understand what does it mean to be on track for retirement, or what are some of the other goals that you have in envisioning your retirement, and where are you at in your career to navigate these different types of resources. On the different types of courses, you'll see here that I haven't had any recommendations yet, and I will show how that is delivered. But there's about 30 different courses today, and they're really designed to be for all different age groups. There can be courses that are understanding a cost of going to school, understanding the basics of banking, understanding things that are paying down student debt, but there's also more advanced and even intermediate courses that could be things like buying a home, buying or leasing a car, choosing a school and understanding cost, understanding things that are maybe perhaps living in retirement and estate planning, things that are later down in your career. So this platform is really designed for you as a member of the Provident Credit Union, but also as your family members too. Having an understanding that financial stress doesn't just impact one individual, but also, often an entire household. So we want to be able to make sure that this is inclusive of family members as well. A lot of different tools you can navigate as well, such as the personality assessment, where we usually start people off at different types of budgeting tools and resources that track different styles of monthly payments. What are some of the different goals that you have? Again, this isn't going to be pulling in your account information, but it does give you a broad idea of how can we help you reach your goals and understanding of how to build a budget on a monthly basis or at a set frequency that's right for you and your family. Retirement analyzers are resources to help you understand, are you on track for retirement? So this could ask some questions around your employer-sponsored program. If you do have a retirement plan sponsored by your employer, things like what's the power of an employee match? And then also, how can you help visualize adjustments? If you were to save more, depending on how much you're making today, how does that impact your long-term retirement? Student Loan Snapshot is a great tool for users that are looking to pay down student debt. This actually allows you to import some student loans and put in a plan for monthly payments. You'll also see some other unique tools like the home affordability tool, the auto buy or lease a car tool, and interactive resources such as like a scholarship search, an award letter analyzer, a paycheck analyzer. If you do have a younger folk at home, or if you are considering further employment opportunities, there are things like a resume critique or a job search functionality. We actually feature scholarships around the country where you can actually apply for scholarships right onto this platform. So understanding that if you are having a young one that's getting ready to go to college, or if you yourself are looking to expand upon continuing education, there are resources within here that we can be helping out with for understanding cost of school, but other also resources like FAFSA and student loan repayments. The mindfulness tab, this is a resource that we wanted to help users a little bit cope more with financial stress. So if you're familiar with resources or apps today, like Headspace or Calm, we wanted to make some similar approaches with that when it comes to finances and money mindfulness. So we do have meditations within here that are all around finances and how do you help cope with financial stress. We do have journal prompts to help monitor your stress levels and help cope with different levels of stress, whether that's things like whether you're understanding different types of paycheck or rising cost of inflations, rising housing costs, or rising cost of interest rates. There's a lot of different areas where people are coping with different stress levels, and we want to be able to help meet people again where they're at and understand what are some of their financial goals. How do you reach that with clarity and kind of block out some of the noise and resources that you may have seen elsewhere. This monthly challenge feature, every month, Enrich hosts a $1,000 monthly challenge. This is something that you can enter. Every month there is a two-step, usually a bite-sized learning questionnaire or a short module to go through, and we really keep these topical every month. They could be around things like interest rate, insurance coverages, retirement planning, home buying. These are really guided towards different types of questions and prompts that you may have seen in the news today, or what we see is very popular from our users. So these are very simple challenges to enter, but they are very engaging from an educational standpoint as well. So coming back to my profile page, you'll notice some things that I can do on different types of customizations and get recommendations. So there is what we call a financial wellness checkup, where we can deliver personalized recommendations for you, whether that's step-by-step guidance of different courses that we can recommend to you, or different resources that are going to be relevant to pertaining to your situation. So what this financial wellness checkup does is typically takes around 2 to 3 minutes to complete, and it goes through some of your stages of your career. What is your overall knowledge on money basics? What is your overall credit and debt understanding and resources that we can help out with there? What are some of your future goals, whether that's even close today or long term? Are you planning a vacation? Are you really considering longer term retirement and buying a home? Are you sending kids to school? Or are you trying to pay down student debt? Everybody's going to have different types of future goals, and this allows us to help prompt recommendations. This financial wellness checkup is also going to be positioned to help kind of move you along and help understand measuring your stress over time, or measuring some of the milestones that you've indicated. So for an example, if building an emergency savings fund is one of your goals today, this financial wellness checkup will start to understand that and recommend different tools and resources for you. And as you're going through those education steps, whether that's completing an interactive tool like a budgeting calculator, going through an interactive course, and you're completing those and you're getting results over completing those action items, this checkup is going to be intuitively reminding you, say, every 4 to 6 months, or as you're completing education and saying, you're doing a great job, Tim, or Suzanne or Carol here, you guys are doing great and moving along. How can we help you, understand that you are improving your own financial wellness? So this checkup is positioned as a kind of a step-by-step, almost as a physical checkup every year to help move you along into your own educational and financial journey. So I'm going to log in my second profile here where I did establish a profile with tailored recommendations. And also I did actually complete some of the monthly challenges and personalize this a little bit. So there are some personalization that you can add to the platform. You can have your own profile picture here. That's my dog, Duncan. You can have your own banner picture. That's really more set towards your financial goals. You can jump right into different types of monthly challenges. You see here that I did complete my June challenge and I'm already qualified and entered to win. And then next month when I come back, I do get email notifications if I want to, from the platform to nudge me on coming back and staying on track with some of my goals, or nudging me to come back and re-enter into a challenge if I so please. You can opt into those types of notifications. Now, you will start to see, the platform serve up content in a little bit of a different manner once you do start going through some of the resources. So similar to like a Spotify or a Netflix, the more you engage with this platform, the more it can give you tailored recommended content. So for an example, because you've watched certain videos or because we know that you're interested in these types of topics, the platform can actually just serve up new content. Every time you come back here, it is going to have a new recommended look and feel. So every 2 weeks, the platform does refresh its content. We are adding content onto here on a daily basis. So we do try to remain relevant for what's going on with everybody in the world today, but keep in mind, what are some of the goals that you have as an individual? So different ways that we can serve up recommendations. So once you do go through some of the resources, you will have top recommendations. So for my instance, I said that I was supporting a college student, that's one of my children that are in college, and they will be concerned around paying down student debt or around the money basics and the resources that I can be sharing with them. I indicated that I am a full-time employer, and I want to know some things that could help me advance my career. So the resources that are here for me as an employee. And also I've indicated in other resources that, again, I have another child that's coming into college and I want to learn more about 529 planning, whether that's in my own state or what are some things that I can be saving more for my child's education. In courses, you will start to see different recommendations on courses as well. So it will bring forth different recommendations on resources for me to be going through and taking time. So courses are really designed to be more interactive. They are designed to have an upfront quiz and kind of different types of surveys and polls and benchmark you across how different people in your similar demographic or peer group are feeling on those topics as well. So as you're always going through our educational resources, you may have saw my other financial wellness checkup that it is going to be saying, okay, 50% of these people feel similar to you, or 30% feel differently. Now there's different ways that we want to be measuring success as you're going through these courses as well. So at the end of each course, there is a post quiz to help understand, what have you learned today? How can we help you with a recommended next step? At the end of each course, there is a certificate that you receive, as well as a PDF of a personalized action plan. That's all going to be pertaining to your personality type, your result of your course that is, and also recommendations on different types of next steps. To give you kind of a result of the personality assessment. Now, once you complete this personality assessment, it's then going to give you a breakdown of each chapters and also different types of recommendations. So a lot of this platform is going to be serving up the content based upon AI recommendations, pertaining both qualitatively, how you feel about your finances, but also quantitatively around what are some things that you indicated around your budget? What are some of your target spends and your target goals? So we're serving up, content that's always going to be relevant both to your personality type and your financial scenario. So this overview gives a breakdown of what's the science behind our money personality, what's the how behind it, and then further break down your emotions and give you an understanding of, okay, if you are an apprehensive personality type, what is the percentage of people that are in a similar boat and why is that? What are your strengths and challenges pertaining to your personality type? Strengths could be really good things that are, putting you above average in understanding key principles. Or challenges could be more so things like, oh, you're an impulse spender. You're not thinking around maybe how advertisements influence you and you're not kind of coming into concerning around putting a budget. So we'll recommend different types of tools pertaining to those personality strengths and challenges. And it goes through different types of outlooks and emotions and different confident ways, like different ways that people feel confident or apprehensive, again, on ways that they feel around different types of personalities pertaining to different topics of finances. You can also be prompted, going back to these journalings. I haven't started any journal entries yet, but there are different kind of prompts that I can have in different types of questions that are posed as I go through this platform and establish my profile a little bit more thoroughly. And then lastly, coming back to this challenge feature, this is something where it is quick bite-sized learning, answer a few questions and you enter into $1,000 from Enrich. We do collect testimonials from our users and also our winners and portray them up here on how these resources have helped them understand better spending habits. And also, how can we help either with other areas of their life, whether that's, we've helped someone sleep better at night or improve healthier eating habits. So there are some different ways that we want to understand how financial stress impacts other areas of well-being as well. So to keep it straightforward, that's all the really resources that I want to be covering today in different tabs. I know everybody has their own different work schedules, and I greatly appreciate people taking their time. We do try to keep these concise, but I do want to address any sort of questions that possibly may have came in, and also questions from the field as well, Carol.
One question came in.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a Provident member to sign up?
You do not have to be a Provident member to sign up. Once you do sign up in the field, there is an other button for a selection when you are signing into the platform. So if you are a member of Provident Credit Union, but you do want to share this with a dependent or a spouse, that's always encouraged. So just have them sign up with another feature.
Okay.
I should say segment.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for participating. We hope you found this tool beneficial, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our contact center. Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you. Take care.